forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see.
Be sanctified. Order guide you.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
Silence. Let the mighty be humbled. Gather. Bow your head.
All right.
I'm keeping the lookout. Don't worry, there's no ambush.
Letting grave names echo!
Settle down. Solidify!
Bring it!
guide you. Gather. Bow your head.
Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest.
I will have order.
Hear the echoes of the valley.
Settle down.
All right.
Oh, what you asked for. Time to shine.
Stabilize.
Let the mountain's veins boil.
The tides beckon.
Let the record show that I verbally consent to it.
Ah.
All right.
the record show that I've...
All right.
Let the mighty be humbled.
The volley! Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive!
Silence! The tides beckon.
May I present?
All right. Bring it. every day. Yeah, over this time. We should.
Things have been looking really rough for Natlan lately. There are more and more. Just waiting around won't do us any good. Let's go and see if there's anything we can do to help.
I see. Thank you so much. The Adventurers Guild has been overwhelmed these days.
No worries at all. We've always valued the strength of adventurers. Given the current situation, it's vital that we all work together. Since we're facing the same enemies, I'll send you the intel we've collected on the Abyss so far. Then we can take a look at how to coordinate our efforts.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, Catherine. It's us. Got any new commissions?
Ah, you two have come just in time. I've got some good news. The Pyro Archon has finished assembling her forces and stationed them all across Natlan. Given how the Abyss has ramped up its activities lately, we can no longer afford to act only after receiving news of an invasion. So the Pyro Archon suggested that the Scions of the Canopy and the Adventurers Guild focus on collecting and disseminating intel. That way, we can stay informed of everything that's happening across the land. Once we receive word of enemy activity, we can notify the nearest camp and the station. Yes, precisely. This should also allow us to focus on gathering information. So please also take a chance to relax, you two. You've been working.
So that's the plan. Whew, we can finally stop and take a break. Paimon knows that. It's not like Paimon just wanted to lay here and...
The movements of the Abyss are always unpredictable. There have also been times. Once the disaster is over, everyone will return to their normal lives.
Oh, right. Most people have no idea just how bad the situation has gotten in the Night Kingdom. Oh, hey, Kachina! Are you feeling better now? Wow! So we'll finally get to meet Shilonen, the legendary forger of ancient names! Hey, have some confidence in yourself, Kachina. After all, you're already a victor of the Night Warden Wars.
There's still a long road ahead.
Storm Fury!
Ah, yes, so I've heard. So young, and yet you've already got quite the reputation. Wait, are you Outlanders?
Yep, we're travelers who just arrived in Natland not too long ago.
No, I mean, I was aware that you're travelers. It's just no one told me that you're Outlanders. No, the only thing she said is that a new hero had pledged himself to the plan. But we'd need to forge an ancient name to ensure he'd be able... And she did mention that it would be quite difficult to forge an ancient name for them, but at the time... But I seem to understand where the true difficulty lies now. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm used to it, really. I just need a moment to process things. The Pyro Archon's requests are always difficult to fulfill, and Anyway, I can't argue with her if she isn't here, but just because I understand her rationale doesn't make...
It's impossible?
As you probably know, an ancient name is a symbol of a hero's spirit and glory, which grows even richer. We forge ancient names by engraving the heroic deeds of an individual who will become the first hero of that particular name. But they were all performed outside of
Yeah, that's right.
Then those deeds haven't been recorded by the Night Kingdom. To take it one step further, even if you had only memories and experiences that have been acknowledged by even the greatest of craftsmen cannot...
Seems the Wyatt don't want just anyone to...
Mawika, of all people, should know better than anyone. Yet she's still entrusted the task of forging the ancient name to me.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Nobody's happy being asked to do the impossible.
Ugh, don't remind me. Let's just focus on how we can pull this off. How to achieve the impossible.
You mean you're...
Well, what else can I do? What's happened is if she gave me this order, then she believes the ancient name is an indispensable... In other words, the order is an affirmation of my ability.
Whoa, not only has she accepted the task, but now she's looking for silver linings?
The key is getting the Wyab to somehow acknowledge the traveler's existence and record his heroic deeds.
We heard the voice of a Wyatt when we were in the Night Kingdom before. We even had a whole conversation with her. If we can talk to her again, maybe we can figure something out.
Well, every tribe has their own Wyab. How do we know if the one... Plus, considering the I don't know. We need to find a consultant.
Oh, we've heard that name before. A person who can make something like...
Still, she's older. I've heard that to get her help...
I hate to break it to you, but...
Huh. Why is that?
Well, yeah. At the cost of her spirits.
Great going, Mawika. We're already off to a rocky start. In that case, I guess your only option is to try to emphasize that this is an important order. I'll also write you a letter on your behalf. If you can find someone to deliver it and mention some good things about you, then...
Paimon sure hopes a Hal won't interrupt when he's talking, though.
All right. Kaniche is a seasoned negotiator. Please just give me a moment to write the letter, and we...
Sounds good. We'll take a stroll in the...
I'm sorry to put this on you, Kaniche. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her. Oh, wait, so Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan?
mentioned there are 6 heroes and that Shilonen is one of 4 that have already...
Oh, well, then I suppose there's no need to keep any secrets between us. Having companions walk by your side is perhaps the best solace when faced...
Seat Lolly knows him too?
Given how the Masters of the Nightwind left about... I've never met Auroran, but...
Huh. Makes sense.
Huh, so if I'm
Yeah! Plus, we kinda owe her one
then, yeah, I'll leave... Okay, then let's part ways for now.
Oh, it's time to meet up with Shilonen. Let's ask her how things have been... Right here. Hey, Shilonen, how's everything going?
Oh, hi, Traveler and Paimon. I have, bad news. Seat Lolly did not reply to our request.
Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Kanichi a response? Guess she really does have quite the...
Yeah, well, she can be also quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Nightwind often struggle to work with her. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can...
That's true. Let's go! Paimon doesn't see anybody.
Well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but...
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right?
A subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all... Yes, Mawika is our leader, but that doesn't mean there's an... The only thing is that she often has very...
Huh. So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty... Unlike that old hag Granny Eatstily, right? Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous? You all talk about her like she's some kind of huge deal, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter! Seriously, if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know. If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Oh, really? So, that's how you see me?
Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a disgruntled old hag, right? Come on, relax. I'm sure my bark's worse than my bite.
Huh? See, Lolly.
Wait, your Seat Lolly? Your Granny Eatstily?
Yes, Granny Eatsley. But emphasis on Eatsley. not Granny. Ah, you must know this trope from light novels, surely. They use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. Oh, wipe that look off your face! You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, don't go thinking it's a
Did I forget to mention, she's called Granny, but, she's actually pretty young. It was an honest mistake.
What? How dare you?
Paimon really didn't mean to offend you. Oh, Paimon just wanted to apologize.
It was my idea to invite you here, Seat Lolly.
All right. I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need. I received Kenichi's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a... But... Oh. It's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. At first, I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started to think about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking smack about me. Anyway, that's the whole story.
What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
When the Masters of the Night Wind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty...
Anyway,
Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
I see. So Mawika has asked you to forge an ancient name for an Outlander. Well, and you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a...
Yeah, that's what we came here to ask you.
I suppose I'll just call you Traveler for now. Traveler, come here. Let me take a good look at you. Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people. Yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves bring terror to mortal hearts. Yet again and again, you've braved them to find new worlds. A weary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happy... Those are all the things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of, huh? Don't move. There's something here.
Huh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is the Traveler gonna be okay?
Shoo! That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body.
Isn't that kinda like having part of a...
It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your...
Well, in that case, better to get rid of them.
It was nothing. Shilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night.
The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the Wyab of the tribes?
Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient entity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss.
Oh, so you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the Wyab of the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all.
not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. But never mind. That's not important. It would take too much time to explain. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold a ceremony to achieve the state of the trance.
I can go. It'll probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors.
Sounds good. Then we'll go with St. Lolly to track down...
Phew, the Fatui are nothing to scoff at, so please.
Yep, we'll be sure to play it.
Alright, now it's time for us to catch that brat. Oh, I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because he has always lived alone. And I found a broken jar in his house. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house.
Oh, sounds like the Fatui
But why would they kidnap a kid who just... That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who... In any case, we'll get... I'm truly sorry.
You can count on us!
Alright, then let's start by...
Behold!
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Auroron speaking to... I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Auroron really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the Fatui. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the Fatui coercing him, or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe...
Didn't Kanich say that she's a big name in that land? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and
Auroron? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising aphids, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friends to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place. Oh well, let's keep looking. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. Let's follow the phlogiston trail.
Huh?
Oh, right. I forgot you... here. Huh? How about now?
What do you see? Whoa,
That's right. I used a spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my...
Wow, you can even share your senses with it?
It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at. But don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, when I held your hand just now, I could... Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Auroron.
Over here, this way! See, Lolly might say a lot of deep and confusing stuff, but this spell of hers is really something.
What was that? What is does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I'd say that I'm already pretty easy to talk to. Is there any other old hag who's as fluent in the language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns. But given the looks on their faces just now, or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough? But that can't be, right? Ugh. Don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned.
Huh? Was that Seat Lally's voice?
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends. Oh? They appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
Hey, looks like there's a new camp over there.
Let's go take a look. That little brat, I swear. I just hope he hasn't gotten himself into any real trouble.
Yep. Judging by Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely...
Wait. The phlogiston here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small...
This is a distress signal for the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from... We've got to find... leaving such a subtle mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death. But what if my darling grandson is also there? I can't have him caught in the crossfire. No, I've got to be careful. Otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to stay calm and keep my composure.
traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second. The phlogiston around here is jumbled up. I can also smell a mix of elements in the air.
Kanich told us that you were super amazing, no one?
It's about time that little brat said something nice about me. There are signs of a struggle here. Judging from what's left on the scene, there must have been a fight.
Do you still remember the little mark we found before? Paimon's thing.
Given there are 2 signals leading from here, I'll take this direction, and... Roron, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I had to bring other people into this as well.
And off she got. Traveler, did you hear all of that as well? Once Lolly left, that voice went away as well. So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could... She did say that she was quite adept at this spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any... If you think about it, she's really... Paimon sees some traces here. Let's follow them and see if we can find anything up ahead. Did you find something? So we can't tell where our... That's weird. The phlogiston trail suddenly... But it can't have just evaporated into thin air.
So, you can hear the sounds of the wind from beneath. I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you. I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if you were anywhere else in the world. However, you're now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I'm Auroron, the one you've been searching for. Ah, the Fatui's custody. I see. So even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the Fatui. I'm afraid you've been brought... My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting.
Greetings, traveler from afar.
Be careful with this traveler. His soul is temporarily restrained by us, and it appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to him.
It was I who tasked Auroron with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom. I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you, in person. I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Malwika, the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone.
You will see me again once you return to reality. No matter what I say, please, help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict.
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay?
See, Lolly! He froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground.
Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere? Don't worry. We can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help. But had I known you were feeling unwell,
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. See, Lolly should be able to, exercise.
A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just... In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now. Need to be more careful next.
Feeling better yet, Trap?
All right, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers.
Oh, so it's close by. Then let's head over right away.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. But if you want to make it up to me...
The wind rises.
Look over there.
Huh? Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp.
That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
All right, we'll take the lead.
Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do?
I cannot see the sun. Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently...
Huh? Okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's...
Wow. I'm going to rip that guy's head right off.
See, Lolly's struggling to control her temper.
Are you ready? On my Still trying to resist? You've got no idea who you're up against.
Excuse for slacking.
Right here.
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud. Squall fury. You dare to gaze upon me?
Clear the area!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. Don't be a killjoy. The wind rises. The price for my sins. As one with wind and cloud.
You need to hurry up.
Auroron!
Granny!
Paimon knows she's called Granny Eatsley, but it's still kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you too, Gramps.
What did you just call him?
Gramps? Is that not right? You're Granny's friend, are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you've got to be Gramps.
How many times have I told you? It doesn't work like that. There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Oh, wait. He's not a child, is he? Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Oh, your words have pierced my heart like a thorned vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may...
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course I'm not a child. It's just, Granny always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the Masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively... Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior.
And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid?
Be wary of bees prowling around, scammers looking...
Oh, so you do remember, and you just chose to ignore them. You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know. You're just...
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful
Next time? Oh, good one. They didn't hurt you, did they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map.
Okay, now answer me honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with the Pyro Archon?
Yes.
So why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey! I'm no ordinary Granny! Would they really dare to come after me? And you! Did the gods give you a brain just for you to not use it? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Night Wind. Even if the truth that you see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic.
I'm sorry.
Forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as... Let's clean this place up and get back to the city. Auroron, you better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
Yes. I grow a lot of fresh produce in my garden.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that.
Recite the 3 warnings.
Huh? No! You should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui!
How exactly did the Masters raise this guy?
Oh, right.
I see. So Auroron came to the captain's rescue because he promised to help him in exchange for Citlali's safety.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Now that you know Auroron was only trying to protect another member of his tribe, Could I ask you to petition the Pyro Archon for her
We'll give her a full report. We'll let you know once she's reached a decision.
Will I need to stay here?
Technically, yes. But if Miss Lali is willing to serve as your guarantor, then we can release you from custody.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that.
Understood. Thank you very much. Mr. Auroron, please report back to the Speaker's chamber as soon as you've received notice of the Arc.
I understand. Thank you. And thank you too, Granny.
Well, at least
Traveler, Paimon, thank you very much for your... Once Auroron is settled, I'll go talk to Shilonen and get started on forging an...
Oh, thank you!
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's as good as done. You come with me, Auroron. We've got...
Goodbye, Gramps.
We're finally done. Alright, it's time to find some grub. Huh? What? That captain? Sorry. Paimon... Oh, that Auroron. What is he up to? All that stuff about protecting Seat Lali and being forced to help the Fatui when he's actually been... Yeah, you're right. Still, Paimon appreciates you telling her about this. Paimon will... We still have another whole day before...